Happy Advent, everybody. We are so glad you're here. We hope that we're here. You never know with these live things, but I think we're here. If you can hear us, go ahead and say hello in the comments.
See the little stranger wrapped in swaddling clothes, the Prince of Peace. When you start turning, torches start burning, and behold the wise men journey from the east. Shepherd on a hillside, where over my flocks I abide. On a cold winter night, a band of angels sing. In a dream I heard a voice say, "Fear not, come rejoice. It's the end of the beginning. Praise the newborn King." How a little baby boy could bring the people so much joy. Son of a carpenter, Mary carried the light. This must be Christmas, must be tonight. Saw it with my own eyes, written up in the skies. Why a lowly herdsman such as I. And it came to pass, he was born at last, right below the star that shone on high. How a little baby boy could bring the people so much joy. Son of a carpenter, Mary carried the light. This must be Christmas, must be tonight. Oh, the son of a carpenter, Mary carried the light. This must be Christmas, must be tonight. Christmas tonight. So Merry Christmas. Christmas tonight.
Well, there you go. Do you feel Christmassy?
Already?
Adventy?
Yes.
Yes. We're glad you're here. Now, behind the camera, first of all, this is Spencer. Everyone knows Spencer. Hey. And then behind the camera is Luke, the Arctic. We are glad you're here, Luke. You want to say hello?
Hello!
Wow. I think he's in the chimney. Now, Luke, sometimes I can see the comments and sometimes I can't. Right now, I can't. So I don't know if that's on purpose Hey, there we go. Now I can see people. Norma in Ottawa, Katie Kelly, many people saying hello. We're so glad you're here. I saw a mention of the Grey Cup earlier, which here in BC we're kind of pretending isn't happening, but I'm happy for whoever
Windsor
won.
has won, or
Yes, yes. All right, well, we are going to sing a bunch of songs. Most of them, if you don't have my albums, you probably won't know. We're going to do mostly original songs. I've recorded a couple of Christmas albums, and on both of them are about 8 originals and about 4 classics. And one of my favorite things about that is that my first album was recorded a really long time ago when my daughter Beth was little, like 2 or 3. And because I had written most of the songs on the album, she thought I had written all of the songs on the album.
right.
So that first Christmas that album came out, pretty much any time Angels We Have Heard on High got played anywhere in a mall or a church or whatever, Bethany would go, "Mom, they're singing your song." And I would say, yes, they are. Anyways, well, we're going to mostly sing these originals that come out of this, it feels like centuries old tradition of writing a song for my church every Christmas Eve. And this one, I don't know if Maureen Jones is watching, but I believe that this is Maureen Jones' favorite of my Christmas songs.
No pressure.
So, yeah. All right, goes like this. Oh, little town of Bethlehem, I think it is a lie that you were still dreamless on that first Christmas night. 'Cause you had soldiers and politicians and overcrowding in your streets, and there was chaos and human cruelty and never quite enough. I see you're gonna see me squinting over here because Luke has set up this amazing monitor that I can almost see. I could have seen 10 years ago for sure. But it says, I think I saw that somebody said, William said, kudos on the sound this time. That's all the Arctic. Yes, awesome. All right, let's do a ukulele tune.
Okay.
I felt like that was what was needed next.
Nothing says Christmas like ukulele.
That's right. So the story of this goes that this song that we're going to sing, I think, is my most officially Advent-y song. I'm very aware that we're actually not in Christmastide yet. We're kind of cheating a little bit, singing Christmas songs. But this song is a full-on Advent song, and it came out of a year when I was having a hard time getting into the Christmas spirit. I think it was right after I lost my dad, about 10, 11 years ago. And I had this, I was kind of beating myself up that I couldn't get into the spirit, and then I had this revelation that, wait a second, Advent is for getting in touch with our longing and our emptiness. If we're feeling a little incomplete, like there's a yearning, then we're doing Advent right. And so I sat down and there was a ukulele handy, and so I grabbed one and started writing this very melancholic song, but it turns out it's hard to be fully melancholic on ukulele. It's kind of a challenge. So this is a melancholic yet ukulele-ish song. And the other thing about this is when I wrote this song, another Beth story, Beth would have been, I'm looking at Mark in the background to do the math. She would have been like 8, 9, something like that. He's holding up 8. She would have been about 8. And she picked up the ukulele and she started getting really into it. And it was just a borrowed ukulele from our friend Roy. And so I came to Mark and I said, hey, I've got the best idea for Beth for Christmas. Don't tell her, but let's get her a ukulele for Christmas. And he didn't seem that enthusiastic about it. What I didn't know is that she had gone to him and said, Dad, I have the best idea for Mom for Christmas. Don't tell her. Let's get her a ukulele. Mm-hmm. So he kept trying to discourage me getting her a ukulele, but you used to own this ukulele.
Oh, is that the
This is the one. And you were like, hey, if you want to get Beth a ukulele, I'll sell it to you. I'm pretty sure this is the one.
It could well be.
Yeah. And so, Mark was calling Spencer saying, don't sell her the ukulele. I was calling Spencer saying, I'll give you whatever it was, a couple $100 for the ukulele.
Yeah.
And now we have 2 ukuleles. Wow. Is how that story goes. Anyways, here's an Advent song for you. Seems like my Christmas cheer is hard to find this year. I think it vanished in the fall. Strange how a loss or two can eat away at you till there's not much left at all. But they say Advent is for waiting, and so I guess that's what I'll do. Something like that. There is a vacancy right here inside me. It's been that way for quite a while, but there's a blessedness in this great emptiness if it leaves room here for the tide. Ooh. ukulele. Yeah. All right. That's a not so melancholic ukulele. I'm trying to see. Love that fiddle, Spencer, Laura West says.
Thank you.
Isn't it the coolest when he has one instrument and then he switches to another instrument and then he comes back? It's
So that no one notices how badly I played the previous instrument.
It's fantastic.
Just keep switching before they notice. That's the rule.
What's up?
So the YouTube link
Yes.
you sent out is having issues,
Oh,
but people have posted a better one
okay. So where have they posted the better one?
in the comments.
In the YouTube comments. All right. So I'm getting word
Facebook comments.
from backstage. Okay, in the Facebook comments. That won't really help the people on
Just
YouTube.
switch over to YouTube, YouTube's fine.
Oh wait, so the YouTube feed is better than the Facebook feed. Oh, okay. Apparently, currently, the YouTube feed is better than the Facebook feed. That's what the booth is telling me,
There's a booth.
also known as the foyer of our house. Yes, the YouTube link is better than the Facebook link, is what I am hearing. And so various people have graciously put in the Facebook comments where you can go on YouTube to watch this. Oh, and now there's something else from the booth, yes?
You have to go
Yes.
to the link
Yes?
in Facebook that's posted in the comments. That's the right one.
Okay, so the YouTube link on my website is wrong? Oh. Oh. Okay. So the only way that you can find it is if you find the YouTube link on Facebook. And the YouTube. So
In the
can
comments.
can anyone go to the wrong YouTube link? Don't you love technology? It's like amazing and horrible all at the same time. Kind of like life. It's kind of a metaphor. And it works out in the end. So here's the thing, Mark in the booth. Could somebody go to the wrong YouTube link and put in the comments there what the right YouTube link is? Is that a possibility? No, that's not a possibility.
It's the link that you sent out that isn't working.
Right.
So there's no link
Okay,
to go
so
to.
there's no link to YouTube. So how did someone find it on YouTube?
If you search, you can find it.
Okay, so that's helpful info. So if you search Carolyn Arends live stream, Why is Life Like This, in the YouTube search bar, you will find it. Okay, and is the feed on Facebook okay?
Yeah. Yes. Just
Okay.
glitchy.
Okay. So, so somewhere there is a YouTube link that is your ultimate viewing experience, but you must seek it with your inner being until it reveals itself to you in the Facebook comments or by searching in YouTube. Okay, and I can almost see. Yeah, somebody said, I just went to Carolyn Arends and it was there. Okay, so does it just show up on my YouTube channel? Okay, and I'm getting a thumbs up from Ben Arends. That's always good when you get a thumbs up from Ben Arends.
True indeed.
It
True
is,
indeed.
it is. What did I say we might do next? Oh,
Do not be afraid.
do not be afraid. A good one at this
At
juncture.
this juncture.
When links don't work and there's issues, you still don't have to be afraid. This is one of the very earliest Christmas songs I wrote. I wrote it shortly after touring with Rich Mullins. So that would have been in '95, a long, long time ago. And I think it was Rich I heard pointing out, because we toured almost till Christmas time. It was her I heard pointing out that if you read through the Gospels, every time the angels showed up to tell somebody that the first Christmas was about to happen, one of the things they always included in their address was the phrase, "Do not be afraid." And of course, I guess if you're an angel and you show up to a human with some news, you probably have to say, "Do not be afraid," just to get them, relaxed enough, their blood pressure down low enough to be able to hear what you have to say. But I think that there was more to it than that. I think that the angels were trying to say, would you look at this? Look at the lengths that the God of the universe is willing to go to reach you with his love. You don't have to be afraid. There's a good kind of fear. There's live stream fear. It's a reasonably good kind of fear. The kind of fear that makes you put your seatbelt on and not put your tongue on a frozen pole in winter. That is all
Very
useful.
Canadian fear. Yeah.
Useful, helpful fear. But there's another kind of fear, like a gut level, soul level, cellular level fear of like, is all of this going anywhere? Am I alone in the universe? Is there a God? Does he know my name? Does he care? Does he have plans for all of this? And that's what I think the angels, every time they showed up, I think the angels could not believe what they were announcing, that the God of the universe was going to make his way all the way here into the womb of a teenage girl. And I think they were saying, if you look at this, at the lengths that this God will go to reach you with his love, you realize that at that gut level, cellular level, you just don't have to be afraid.
Half a woman, half a child. Mary lay there sleeping, never dreaming in a little while she would hear the angels greeting. Opened her eyes to see that Gabriel had come. Opened her heart to hear you are the chosen ones. And do not be afraid, do not be afraid, for love has found its way to you. Do not be afraid. Shepherds watch their flocks by night, guarding against danger. But suddenly there was a blinding light, and then things got even stranger. Angels in the sky, far as the eye could see, singing, Christ is born. Oh, and one more thing, do not be afraid, do not be afraid, for love has found its way to you. Do not be afraid. Well, half believing and half afraid, we celebrate the story. But our lives seem about a world away from angels and their glory. Open our eyes to see what Mary saw somehow, and open our hearts to hear those angels even now. They're singing, do not be
So, Luke, our playback to us is frozen, but it looks like I still see comments coming in. So it looks like it's only frozen for us. Is that right? Are people seeing this? Some people are saying, Larry says one of my favorites. Karen says such a great song. Well, they're clearly very discerning people
Yes.
watching. Yeah,
Absolutely.
so the right people are here. Yes. Well, I'm going to assume because comments are still coming in that we are still live. So that is good. Getting the thumbs up from the
booth.
foyer, from the booth
It's in
foyer.
booth.
Yeah, I like the booth sounds cooler. It does. You know, Spencer actually has a booth in his house. He had a booth installed in his kitchen
Yes,
because
but
it
a
is
kitchen booth, not a
kitchen
studio booth. Yes.
Yes, true.
Yes,
You
like-
also have a studio.
I do.
What if you put the studio
In
in
the
your
booth,
booth?
in the booth. Wow. That would be too much booth.
Peanut butter cups.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right. Well, we will keep going. It sounds like you are still hearing this. Aw, lots of people are saying "Do Not Be Afraid" is their favorite.
I like it.
So I think, okay. Well, thank you. Good night.
Thanks. Good. Yeah.
Well, we have a few more, but I'm glad that Christy. Thanks. I'm glad you guys are liking it. Yeah. Okay. The words look good. Some people somewhere are hearing this
I was
and
thinking.
seem to be enjoying it.
Yes. I was gonna say about the last song. I hope I get to keep doing that song for many, many more decades.
Aw.
I was thinking that as I was playing.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Well,
I know.
I'm a little bit cliff.
I know. It was
Aw.
true though. I was thinking, man, I hope I get to doing this for a long time.
That is pretty amazing when you consider how long we have been playing
Doing,
that
yeah.
song.
Yeah, I know.
But I hope that too. I hope we get to keep playing it for a long time and
Yep.
keep playing for people
Seize the
like
day. I
him.
could never sing again. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's not true. Also,
Oh, that's too funny. We'll do another one from that. That's from the Christmas International Season album, and this one. Over the years, as I've done this song, I've usually told the story. First, I'm just going to tell it again because not everyone has seen us over the years.
that's right.
The first thing I note is that I love the economy with which the gospel writers write about the story. They're very masculine about it, if I can do some old stereotypes, at least how it works in my house. When there is news, particularly as it relates to babies, if Mark gets the call, I get no data.
Right.
He'll say like, Sarah had her baby. I'll go, that's awesome. How was the delivery? He'll be like, I don't know. They had
We don't
the
wanna know
baby.
that.
And I'll say, how many inches and how much weight? And he'll be like, they had a baby.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah.
The gospel writers are very similar. They're quite economical in their relaying of the details. And I love how understated they are. So I think it's in Luke's gospel where the angel shows up to tell Mary that she is expecting. And you've got to remember that Mary is, I don't know, they think she was maybe 15, something like that, 14, 15, very young, living at or below the poverty line. She's not married, and she's engaged but not married. And the angel comes to tell her that she's expecting. Now, twice in my life, I have been told that I was expecting, not by an angel, just by one of those clear blue easy test strip things.
Yeah.
And both times I found it an incredibly overwhelming emotional experience. And the first time with Ben, when we found out we were expecting Ben, I think I found out about 10 in the morning. I took the test, and I didn't want to tell Mark over the phone, so I waited all day for him to come home from work. Don't think I ever got out of my bathrobe. I just sort of cried all day and was overwhelmed. And Mark came home and took one look at me, got very scared, and said, "What is it? You got to tell me what it is." I said, "I've got news. I want you to guess." And he thought for a while, and then he said, "The visa bill. You got the visa bill." No, that was not it. I said, "No, guess again." He guessed maybe I'd smashed up the car. By the time he was done guessing, I said, "Listen, you big jerk, I'm gonna have your baby." It was beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful. Anyways, the point is, even when you want to be expecting, which Mark and I very much did, and Ben was very good news indeed, even under those circumstances, it is incredibly overwhelming to find out you're going to have a baby. And here is Mary. Like we said, she's a kid. She doesn't have any money. She's engaged but not married. And this angel shows up and says, not only are you expecting, but you're expecting the Son of God. And I love what Luke says. Luke says, hearing all this, Mary was troubled. Yeah.
Yeah.
think you would be.
I would be.
But I guess Mary expresses her concern because the angel says, no, you got to understand, this is the best news there is. This is God coming all the way to where you are, and you get to be the one who cooperates to make that happen. And Mary, this kid, she does an amazing thing. She says, okay, let it be to me as you have said. And so we see in this story that not only can God do impossible things, but he can do them in ordinary people like you and me, if we're just willing to say, okay, I am the Lord's servant.
Mary could not believe what was happening. The angel was standing plain as could be, speaking to her of impossible things. So Mary was young, she was humble and poor, and she could not imagine what she could be used for. But the spirit within her just started to soar. She said, I am the Lord's servant. Was her heart beating wild when she said she'd obey? And did Gabriel smile as if to say, oh, if you are willing, then our God is able to send his salvation down to a stable and love can be born. Peace can be yours if you'll be the Lord's servant. Joseph was honest and loyal and true. When he heard about Mary, his heart broke in two. So he determined what he had to do. But when he fell asleep, it was not long before an angel said, Joseph, you need to know more. It was a dream that he could not ignore, because he was the Lord's servant. Did he jump out of bed? Did he run to her side? Did the words Gabriel said race through his mind? Oh, if you are willing, then our God is able to send his salvation down to a stable and love can be born. Peace can be yours if you'll be the Lord's servant. It's been 2,000 years and you play a part. The Messiah still comes if there's room in your heart. And if you are willing, then our God is able. He sent his salvation down to a stable and love can be born. Peace can be yours if you'll be the Lord's servant. Oh, you'll be the Lord's servant.
Yeah, look at that. Donna says, a new song for me. I hope you like it, Donna. I hope. Well, is anyone in the mood for some bouzouki?
Who's never
I
in the
know,
mood for a
right?
bouzouki?
Who is not in the mood for some bouzouki?
That's a dangerous thing to ask people, because you're not going to get consensus.
That's
Really.
true. That's true. And I want to let you know I'm seeing the comments as they fly by, and it encourages me. And I love that you're talking to each other. That is fantastic. It's one time when you can talk in a concert and it's not rude. It's fantastic. And I want to let you know that I am for sure missing some of your comments, but later I will pull them back up and go through them and ponder each one and treasure it up in my heart.
Wow.
Much like Mary, except for with your comments. And yes, maybe this would also be a good time to mention this very subtle sign here, CarolynArends.com /tip jar. You are, of course, under zero obligation. It is a huge gift to us that you are here hanging out with us. But if you wanted to leave a little tip, much like the last time we did a live stream, that would help me pay for Spencer's gas and Luke's gas and things like that. So I'll just mention that it's there. And also, there are like some special deals at that same link, different packages and things. If you're interested in that, you can get Spencer's album. He's got an awesome Christmas album called, so innovatively named, Christmas Instrumental. It is, I want you to use your powers of deduction. It is Christmas songs done instrumentally. It will also be instrumental in you having a fantastic Advent and Christmas tide. Yes, it is. It's the best. Everyone who has it says it's their go-to.
Well, that's kind.
Christmas dinner music.
I like it too.
Yes.
Yes. It's music to eat Christmas dinner by.
Yes.
It's designed to increase your powers of digestion.
That's fantastic.
Not just digestion, but the powers of digestion.
The powers of
Yes.
digestion.
It's in the notes. Read it. It's
Okay,
very clear.
I love it. Yes, I have noticed that works. I just didn't realize it was intentional.
It's the kombucha of Christmas music.
Why? That was such a missed opportunity.
I should have thought of
not
that
having
before,
that
but,
tagline.
yeah, I wasn't drinking kombucha back then. But
That's true. This
now-
was pre-kombucha.
It really was.
Yes. Wow, we need to do like a whole re-release.
We do. Just
We
sell it
totally
with,
do.
kombucha. Which one is the lost leader? I don't know.
I don't know either. Anyway,
Sorry.
so you could reach us there at CarolynArends.com, tip jar. And I just want to point out this fantastic, no expense has been spared for this. I found this little sign at Shoppers Drug Mart. Those of you who are in Canada will know Shoppers Drug Mart. It's part of being Canadian.
Yep.
To be able to shop at Shoppers Drug Mart and eat at Boston Pizza. Because when you're on tour in Canada, Boston Pizza is the only restaurant that is open past 10 in most towns.
It's not really selling Canada with that, but yes.
But it's true.
Canadian Tire is a better.
Canadian Tire, Tim Hortons. Of course, some of our American friends will know Tim Hortons.
Timmy's,
yeah, Timmy's. But anyway, I got this sign at Shoppers Drug Mart, but it doesn't have a dot or a backslash letters. So hence, very homemade. This, by the way, is the full extent of my crafting abilities. This is my Christmas craft for this year, other than an Advent thing I made for a Renovari webinar, which was very fun, that hopefully some people saw. And if not, I can share the link with you later. Anyways, we were going to sing something. You have your bouzouki.
I have my bouzouki.
And so let's sing Is Bethlehem Too Far Away? Just let me... it is currently too far away until I have a little sip, and then that will bring it closer.
Good. It's good.
Okay. You ready?
If we close our eyes, can we see the star? Can we find our path in its light? And if we are still dream our dreams with our wisest hearts? Will we dream of peace on earth? Will our lips proclaim glad tidings of the wonderful Counselor's birth? Can we find our way to the baby King? Can we worship Him now in the grave? And can we believe He can change everything? Or is Bethlehem too far away? Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how far it must have been from heaven's throne of glory to your humble manger scene. But if God saw fit to travel there, should not also we? If we seek Him, we will find Him in the least expected place. For His kingdom comes in the power and might of His sacrifice and grace. Can we find our way to the baby King? Can we worship Him now in the hay? And can we believe He can change everything? Or is Bethlehem too far away? Is Bethlehem too far away?
There you go. Well, we'll keep up the distance theme there. I did not realize until I was writing out a possible set list for this concert about 3 minutes to 4 Pacific.
Yep.
That Is Bethlehem Too Far Away is on my first Christmas album, Christmas in a Rational Season. And a song called Long Way to Go is on my second Christmas album, Christmas the Story of Stories. I didn't even realize why. I don't think I've ever played them back to back before, but they totally belong together.
They do?
Yes, like one is the answer to the other one. So it was a breakthrough for me. So I'm grateful. Yeah.
Hope I can remember.
I hope you can remember it too. I'm trying to remember what capo it is. It's usually capo 3, I think.
I think so.
And if you've been getting my advent calendar, I think I recognize a bunch of you from there. Mark Mooring is asking for Rudolph. We didn't talk about that. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Oh, we're going to talk
We'll
about
see.
that. Oh, dear.
Yeah, whether we should attempt
Thanks,
that.
Mark. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Anyway, some of you are with me on the musical advent calendar we've been doing for the second year. That's at CarolynArends.com too. If you're not seeing it, every day I share one of these Christmas songs and a little reflection. And I think just the other day was this song "Long Way to Go," and I was explaining that a few years ago I had a concert at a Calvary Chapel in near Wisconsin, near Green Bay. And my flights there was a mistake on how my flights were booked, so I had to get on some very, very last minute flights to go to this concert. And because they were last minute, it was just a total milk run, zigzagging the country to get to. I'm distracted because my dog is trying to come in, and I would love for you to see my dog, but there
There's
are all these cables, and I feel like
Disaster.
I feel like it could be bad. Yes,
really
it could be bad. So we're going
Lovely
to.
dog.
I'm sorry. I'll show you my dog later when death and destruction is not this certain outcome. Yeah, we'll bring him around towards the end. That's a good idea, Luke. We'll bring him around. Anyway, so I'm on all these flights, and I'm thinking, man, I love the people at this Calvary Chapel. I love doing Christmas concerts, but this is a long way to go for one concert. I'm thinking that on the plane. And then, you know, I try to write a new Christmas song every year. Don't have one this year yet.
No.
No, I don't. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyways, that particular year, I also didn't have one. And I'm thinking, man, this is a long way to go. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I think that's my Christmas song. So this song was scribbled on a napkin, kind of humming on the plane. Fortunately, this is before we had to wear masks on planes. And by the time I arrived in Green Bay, I had this song, which I only now realized is the answer to Is Bethlehem Too Far Away?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who knew?
There you go.
Okay, do you remember how it starts?
I don't really.
Okay, I think it'll come to us.
Okay.
Okay.
Caesar's wish was their command. What a long way to go. Our census down in Bethlehem. What a long way to go. But goodness gracious, have mercy. So many miles for poor Mary. She was so far along that had to be such a long way to go. Oh, what a long way to go. Eastern Magi on a quest. What a long way to go. A star was shining way out west. What a long way to go. Well, goodness gracious, man alive. I'm telling you, those kings had drive. It was 2 whole years till they finally arrived. What a long way to go. Oh, what a long way to go. People say that love has limits. But people, they just don't know how far the love that came that Christmas is prepared to go. From realms of glory to bales of hay. What a long way to go. From the King of Heaven to tiny babe. What a long way to go. Well, goodness gracious, glory be. God came down to you and me, from a throne to a manger to Calvary. What a long way to go. Oh, what a long way to go. Oh, what a long way to go. Come you, come Emmanuel. What a long way to go.
Yeah, I bet. All right, so let me ask you, on behalf of Mark Mooring, if we were to do Rudolph, we didn't even talk about it. See, last year we released a very old recording
Yes.
of us doing Rudolph live somewhere as a single, but we haven't actually done it
I don't
for
have
years.
the props.
So what do you need? You need cups, right?
Cups.
So Mark Arends, if you're watching, or Ben Arends, if you're
They
watching.
need to be like plastic
Beth
cups.
Arends is at work. Can you find us? You need 2 plastic cups.
Great.
Can like those red kind of 7-Up cups, I think they call them, or
what
can
they
they
call them?
be,
Sure.
or like you know those blue
Sure.
bubble cups? I'm
Fine.
now sending bat signals
This
out
was
to
not
the.
in the memo, but
to the
sure,
group. Okay,
sure,
well, and maybe we
sure.
could do another song meanwhile while they
Right.
search for the cups,
Right.
and then Mark Moran will see what's possible. I don't know.
Yep.
I
sounds
make
good.
no promises.
Oh man.
But we will see. In the meantime, there is a request from Justine Olowski.
Right.
Now, anybody who's on like the weekly Arends Digest or knows me from my work with Renovari, or has ordered anything from our store in the U.S. awesome. We will use those in just a moment. Thank you. Justine has just been a huge help, a best friend. I was gonna say she's the dog came and the camera did not crash. I don't know if you can see him, but he's here. I can't tell if you can see him or not. Mark, do you want to maybe lead him out, not the camera way? What was I saying? Oh, Justine. I was going to say she's the Batman to my Robin, but really I'm the Batman to her Robin. That's how important Justine is. Yes. And she always requests this song, Everything Changes at Christmas. And I promised her that we would attempt it.
I shall tune
So as
first.
soon as the bouzouki is tuned, we will attempt Everything Changes at Christmas for Justine. Then we will attempt Rudolph for Mark. And
What does that say about
Oh.
Justine and Mark?
I know, like what each of them wants.
Yeah, it's interesting to me. That,
Yeah,
you know,
that could be interesting.
both thoughtful
Forget the
people.
Myers-Briggs.
both very thoughtful
Just
people.
would you rather have Rudolph
very
or
literate
Everything
people,
Changes
and,
at Christmas?
Yeah, you know, okie dokie, Mark.
Yes. Phyllis says my dog is gorgeous. Do you hear that, Mondi? And then I don't know if you guys all just heard, my little dog is sleeping under the tree, which is off camera, which you can't hear. He loves sleeping on the tree skirt. He thinks every Christmas that we've reinstalled his dog bed, and currently he is sneezing and shaking. So you know, we have everything at this point. Okay, so here comes Everything Changes at Christmas for Justine. Would you like to take a sip first?
No, I'm good. I'm
Are you
really good.
Okay. Such a slave driver,
Any
I'm sorry.
Stuff I'm no, we're good.
I think you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to ruin the song.
Yeah.
Would-
Well, it would be Christmassy if you had.
It would, yeah.
All right.
Get a tempo for me?
You know, as you feel. Well, men brave snow and fear of heights to deck their houses with rings of lights. And strangers smile like old friends might. Everything changes at Christmas. Mary and Joseph and the baby in the hay come down from the attic and go on display. And treetop angels seem to say, everything changes at Christmas. If it's a story, what a story. Who would have dreamed up a scheme like this?
Think of what that means. Everything changes. Or everything because of the story. What a story. Lord is dreamed of a scheme like this. This is the real thing. Think of what that means. Everything changes at Christmas. Christmas changes everything. So joy to the world, the Lord has come. This changes everything.
There you go, Tino. Merry Christmas. All right, I believe there are cups. The time we feared would come at last has come at last ever since.
I haven't
Mark
tried these,
requested
I
this.
haven't tuned them, I haven't prepared them.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done this in years. Oh, I'm good, yeah.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
good.
So
Yeah.
you have seen Spencer plays violin, he plays mandolin, he plays bouzouki, he plays guitar. He also plays reindeer. It's a little rusty. It's been a few years.
Yes.
I hope I remember how this goes. Yep. Thank you.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa he came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Well, then all the reindeers loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you're gonna hear a story. But Rudolph, he didn't go for that. He said, I see through your silly games. How can you look me in the face when only yesterday you called me names? Well, all of the other reindeers, man, well, they sure did feel ashamed. Rudolph, you know we're sorry, and we're truly gonna try to change.
Your finest moment.
Thank you.
There you go, Mark Waring. Wow. You got your degree in reindeer at Juilliard, I
I
believe.
did,
I
yeah.
believe you did.
Yeah, Tanglewood
Yes.
actually, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, let's play something that doesn't involve reindeer. Well, this kind of does. Let's do Christmas Magic. This song might be my personal favorite on the Christmas: The Story of Stories album. I think because it makes me think of my Christmases growing up, especially. My mom had a tinsel problem. She used to just empty the local stores of their tinsel, and it was like a whole day thing on a ladder, tinseling the tree. I think tinsel's coming back in, actually. My mom would be so happy. So this is a song about the things we do to make the season merry and bright. And I just saw a tweet the other day, somebody saying, we mustn't sentimentalize Advent. That Advent is actually a penitent season? a season of penance in the church calendar. It's when we get in touch with how desperately we need the Messiah to come afresh into our lives, to come again. When Jesus comes again, and the person was right. You know, we do. If we were doing Advent properly, this is the third Sunday of Advent. If we were doing Advent properly, none of this would be here yet. There'd be 3 candles, and that would be it. And we would wait until Christmastide. But I don't know. I think Christmas is so much more than our attempts to make things warm and beautiful, but it's not less than them. I think they hint at something important. And so this is my case for sentimental, mushy, warm, bright stuff at Advent and Christmas time.
Don't be misled by these dusty old baubles. These are the treasures of Christmases past. And don't be dismayed if the family squabbles. We'll still pass the turkey, we'll still raise a glass. Well, I know for sure it will not be perfect. There will be moments we're undone. But friends, that's the reason we need this season to help us remember joy can still come to a world often troubled and tragic. So bring on the old Christmas magic. Don't be ashamed to hang dollar store tinsel. There is great worth in reflecting the light. And don't you agree we could all use some twinkle? Now is the time to be merry and bright. Everything's better when we come together. So let's make sure mistletoe is hung. 'Cause friends, the whole reason we need this season is to help us remember joy can still come to a world often troubled and tragic. So bring on the old Christmas magic. Well, please don't give up on the ancient traditions. They'll come to life if you just let them in. And don't be afraid to give your heart permission to open up wide and let Christmas begin. Oh, come all ye faithful, there's room at the table, and there is a gift for everyone. 'Cause friends, the whole reason we need this season is to help us remember joy can still come to a world often troubled and tragic. So bring on the old Christmas magic. Bring on the old Christmas magic.
Yeah, well done. That's a tricky one to find in your fingers when we haven't played it for a couple of years. but we found it.
We sort of found it.
It was there. It
There
was
were-
there.
there were
Yeah, I recognize
some
it.
Elements of that.
Of fairness. All right. What time is it? You guys still got a little bit more time? Everybody good? Let's do a few more. I'm sort of doing kind of nostalgic-y stuff. I will do a solo tune.
Oh.
Unless you want to play something on it.
What's the tune?
It's My First Christmas.
I will stand over there.
Okay. You could lounge. I think when I said I was going to do this concert, somebody asked me to do this one, so here it is.
Well, her mama took a photograph in 1923. She was just a little baby laying by the Christmas tree. And her mama knew she was way too small to remember very much at all. And so she made sure to write these words on the back of that black and white. This is my first Christmas. First time to hear the choir sing Glory, hallelujah to the baby king. And a holy night is what this is, 'cause this is my first Christmas. This is my first Christmas. She was raising her own babies in the winter of '44, trying to make the Christmas merry while their daddy fought the Second World War. And she slipped into the chapel on Christmas Eve. Something only happened when the preacher preached. She went forward and she prayed. She said, I never will forget today, 'cause this is my first Christmas. First time that I can really sing Glory, hallelujah to the baby king. And a holy night is what this is, 'cause this is my first Christmas. This is my first Christmas. And it was just November past. She said goodbye and breathed her last. And the great-grandchildren miss her so. But if she could, she would let them know. This is my first Christmas. First time to hear the angels sing Glory, hallelujah to the risen king. And a holy night is what this is, 'cause this is my first Christmas. This is my first Christmas.
There you go. I saw some of you saying you've shared this song with other people. Thanks for doing that. This one, I write a song every year for Christmas. That was my 2001 Christmas song, long time ago. And the next Christmas came around, and you know how there's a grandmother who dies in November. Well, my grandmother died the next November, and then Christmas came around. and I remembered the song from the year before. And, normally I will never use that phrase. When I sing one of my own songs, I'll never use that phrase, "This is a song God gave me," because I don't want you to hear the song and go, maybe because he didn't want it. I don't want that. I think I got that joke from Bob Bennett. Love to Bob Bennett. But anyway, so normally I'm careful with that phrase, but when that next Christmas came around, the first Christmas without my grandma, and I remembered this song, I knew it was a song that God had given me for the next Christmas, so that we would mourn, but we would not mourn as those who have no hope. We would know exactly where my grandma was, her first Christmas away from us, her first Christmas home. And I think it's a song he gave maybe for some of you who are missing someone this year. So we've gone pretty long. Luke, when do you have to leave? Can we do a few more?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
That
Luke's
sounds fine.
going
I
to.
can bring down the mood a little bit with
Okay.
some lights.
Okay. All right.
I'm thinking this is the switch.
Okay. Yeah. Try. See what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Just imagine a slow fade.
Okay. Ooh, there you go.
Hold on a second.
Okay. Well, let's do Story of Stories. So that's that in Dadgad. Yeah. Are you already in that tuning, or do we need a
You
minute?
need to put this in that yet.
Okay. Let me look at a few
But I can be
comments.
fast.
Well, sorry for the squint. Are you able, Luke, to just move the browser a little bit over so I can see? Oh, feel the mood.
Just gotta steal your
Okay. How are you guys all doing out there? Are there still some people on with us? Looks like there are. Yes. All right. Can you see what I'm dealing with there? So we'll just do a couple more. Maybe this is a good time while Spencer tunes to mention CarolynArends.com/tip-jar. Just if you want to pop by, leave us a little tip. And there's some good sales there. That's great. Comments are coming in. Hanging until the better end, Don Palm says. I hope it's not too. I hope it's a bittersweet end, Don. I hope. Mark is here. Do you have a word for me from the booth? No, you're just here, just so I can see your beautiful face. That's awesome. Well, this song, Story of Stories, it comes out of the observation that we all go kind of story crazy at Christmas time. I don't know what your go-to movie is. Here it is. We have. Okay, I'm gonna let you into the secret life of the Arends. It's pretty much Christmas with the Cranks and Elf. Those are right. Those are like we watch them all. I know. We're not very erudite, but we love those movies. And I'll fight anyone who says, "Come at me, bro."
Okay.
Anyways, whatever your go-to stories are at Christmas, story is so huge at Christmas. I remember seeing this NFL documentary on this defensive coach. I think it was the Steelers. He would recite the night before Christmas for them by heart every Christmas season, and there'd be all these hulking football players getting all choked up. There's something in our DNA. We know we are meant for story. We sense we're meant to be part of a really big story. And Christmas is like the hinge point of the stories of all stories. When God breaks into human reality, in the story that He's telling, it's the real plot twister. And so this is a song about that.
God makes the world and the world makes a choice,
mood lighting. Yeah, Luke, I'm feeling it. Luke's giving it. Oh, Luke gave us a clap. Man, we had to work hard for that. It was like 12 songs for a clap. But we're getting love in the comments. I can see them. And again, I will read them all, every one of them later. But it's been so good to be with you guys. Thanks for helping us remember the story of stories. We will sing a blessing, a Christmas blessing for you, and then we will sing a carol, because we have to do at least one traditional song. And when we sing the carol, we will believe with all of our hearts that you are singing along. So as we sing this Christmas blessing first, you may just want to be preparing yourself emotionally, physically, spiritually to sing along with us in a minute. But first we will do our best stab at an Irish blessing for you. Blessings, friends. We'll do one more. Thank you again for hanging out with us. I hope you found us on one link or the other. It's been great to see your comments on the screen and to know that you're out there celebrating with us. We want to thank Luke. Luke, can you get on camera? Can they see you?
Not really.
The mysterious Arctic. Luke actually has wonderful music of his own you can check out. Is it just thearctic.com? your website?
Darctic.co.
Thearctic.co.
Yeah, because
All right.
thearctic.com is like 15 grand.
Okay. So thearctic.co to check out Luke's music. Luke has been our collaborator. He produced the Without Music video, like a lot of the new videos off the Recognition album, the All Flame video, the Godspeed video, a reaction video for To Cry For You, and he's just just has a fabulous heart, and he's talented. When you can get those things together, like you're talented,
Yeah, but I'm a jerk.
but he has a fabulous heart, and he's
Yeah.
talented.
He's killing it.
Capier here, he's my brother, and I know you all have just been enjoying so much his what he can bring to music. It is amazing. So his album is Christmas Instrumental. Mine is Christmas, the Story of Stories, and Christmas International Season. You can learn more at carolynarends.com, tip jar, or follow along on the Advent calendar, carolynarends.com. That one is Advent-calendar. But if you just go to carolynarends.com, you can find anything you're looking for related to the Carolyn Arends world. Oeuvre, yes. It has been so good to be with you. Thanks to Mark for being in the booth, Ben, who just left but was in the booth. And thank you guys. All right, we're going to sing Oh Come Let Us Adore Him, which I think is not only the best Christmas carol, but the best worship song ever. And I'm going to throw down and say that.
Okay.
And we are going to trust that you out there are singing along. And let's adore him together. Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let us adore him. Christ the Lord. That's all, friends. Very, very Merry Christmas to you. Blessings on this last week of Advent and your Christmastide. Thanks again to Luke, the Arctic, Spencer, Mark, all of you for tuning in. Emmanuel is with us. Merry Christmas.
There it goes.